guys have to get out of yourselves. Like, I've said this before, and I'm pissed because like it's not enough people hearing this message, right? It's not enough people hearing me tell you that what you think about you don't matter. No one cares how you feel about yourself. It's a plus. Yes, it is a plus to think highly of yourself. But it's only a plus to think highly of yourself if you have actions that back it up. And some of you have as much action. Some of you have as much action as this. I have to, and for those of you who's listening on Spotify, I got a little figurine in my hand for my art. Like, I have to move this. Like, I have to.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me, not for the time that I've spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains. I wasn't made to be a player, I was made to build a game.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack, and we are back up in here for another one.
I want to apologize to the people who love quality. We back on online campuses again. So welcome back to the podcast, Marcus Morton.
Well,
we how was your vacation, man?
it was pretty good.
Catch us up.
We went out there to Baltimore to see my significant other, her family and whatnot, and it was real good. It was real relaxing. Like I said before, I'm big on family, so anytime we can just, chill out and relax with family and just, congregate together, it's beautiful. Baltimore is near a lot of water. So shellfish is real big in that community, right? And I ain't really big on crabs, but they are. So, like, just sitting at a table with my little chicken box, just watching, the whole family go in on like 2 dozens of female crabs. It was pretty interesting sight. I don't really like crabs because I don't really like working that hard for my food, but just seeing them just like twist, crack, break open, it was oh my God. I was like, I'm good. I'm good over here with my chicken and fries. This all I gotta do. I gotta twist and pull. That's all I need.
Well, you sound like a child right now. Oh my God.
But yeah.
So y'all was up there for 2 weeks, bro?
Maybe like a week and a half, because we left Thursday morning? Yeah, Thursday morning, came back Sunday evening. So
ain't no way in hell I'll be around family that long. You said you big on family. I'm big on my family. Like, what's going on in my house?
Understandable.
I feel you though, man. Like, you be around people that you know and love and trust and whatnot. I mean, maybe the problem might be that I don't trust mine. I don't know. I don't know. A little bit of a tricky situation there.
Word. I mean, you always got like, your family, and then like the family you build, and it's just like you said, surrounding yourself with people that you trust. It's easier for others. It's a little bit trickier for others. And it also depends on the habitat that you're born in.
I'm just saying, like, if I have you around, then it's more of an inconvenience, which 9 times out of 10, it's more of an inconvenience than not. I got to make sure that once some of my cousins come through, I got to make sure that my wallet is still there. Got to make sure that I ain't getting taken advantage of, because you know when black folk come around, they trying to take what they can get before they leave. So, cause they big on family too, you know.
In a negative way.
Just big on taking advantage of it.
That's crazy. That's interesting though. I had recently had something happen, but anyway. Uh, so how's your week been, Mac?
My week been straight, man. Other than what we came here to talk about today, it's been good, man. I can't complain about nothing. Like I was telling you earlier, I'll go ahead and put it out there. Like I got something that is helping me increase my workflow as far as the artwork comes along. Just looking to put more pieces out there and do what the great Stan Lee did in his early days of starting Marvel, and still looking for those individuals that's going to help that dream push along, man. But I do realize, like, and I know we talked about this last week, I think it was, but like Stan Lee had to do it, so I'm probably gonna have to, like, I had to swallow my pride and say, like, look, you probably need to do it too, because if he was in the trenches drawing his own stuff, would nobody even see his vision if he didn't do that? So I'm trying to keep that in mind and work through it, man. It's a painful process, but it gotta happen.
Yeah, I mean it's a part of the journey. It's a part of bettering ourselves. It needs to be done. Um, so speaking of needs to be done, uh, how do you feel about like those people that kind of get into the mindset of like twisting that? So they say something needs to be done, but they put that control into uh, you know, some other force other than themselves. And then they make moves based on a reaction instead of, the knowledge that they have.
Oh damn! I didn't know we were bringing Boss of False back. False move.
It's that fuck move.
False move. I
Big
didn't know we were
facts.
bringing that back today.
Yeah, bring it all back. Bring it all back. You know.
Nah, man. But I like I stay away from them, bro.
Mm,
Like real talk. Like when I hear people say stuff like that, I get angry.
mm,
Like it makes me want to hit them, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you saying? Like you just telling me that you just gonna leave it up to who? Because you ain't leaving it up to the universe, because the universe want to see you put in work.
mm-hmm.
Like I heard something yesterday. You don't throw the life raft to everybody. That's overboard. You only throw it to people who swimming towards the boat. So like if you got something going on or you want something, what what sense does it make to not do everything possible to get to where you're trying to go?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good one. All right, so that brought me to uh I was thinking yesterday of like, and it's not even a rule, I just call it the 50% rule. And it's like we put, or people put in like 50%, they either half ass it or they don't put their all into it, and then they have this formula that they're only putting 50% in, expecting a 100% outcome. And it's like
Right.
you're going through the motions, you're doing all this, and because you're not putting your all into it, you automatically fail because it's not 100%. If you're not putting 100% into something, automatically, if it's, your entrepreneurship, starting a job, or trying to just start something you love. If you're not putting 100% in, you're gonna fail. You're gonna burn out somewhere. That 50% is just, it's not gonna hold. It's like you have two legs that's holding up 100% of your body weight. Without the
Right.
one, you know, you're gonna dwindle that left leg and you're gonna fall.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking that, like, uh it's kind of like a math test, right? So I remember at first, like in elementary school, when you're taking a math test, you get the formula, and if you do the formula wrong, you still had a way of getting the right answer. Process of elimination. But then, like later on in life, I guess the test coordinators or whatever, they were like, we're gonna throw in a curveball on them, right? So they can put a wrong number or put that 50% in and get this outcome, but it's gonna be the wrong answer. But we're gonna put it as one of the multiple choice questions to make you think it's the right answer. And a whole lot of people are going through life like that. They're putting in a formula and they're getting this outcome that's, they think in their mind, is the right answer, but in reality they're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, and because they're still moving and because life is still happening around them, which is the treadmill, they feel like
Mm.
they're actually doing something because they waking up and they getting this small progress. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the fact that you exert energy trying to do something. It don't
Mm-hmm.
matter what it is. You exert energy trying to do something. Like anything that you do, you exert energy. So I believe that people feel like because I exerted energy means that I succeeded at something. So that means that I can sit here and I can relax on this right here. Like for real. And somebody called me arrogant the other day, bro, because like, yeah, I know Alyssa and that we got engaged at the beginning of this year, bro. Almost 4 months ago. Crazy. 4 months ago. Completely 4 months ago. Um, but somebody congratulated us when they saw us, and I was like, what you congratulating us on this time? It was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yo, for real, like I get congratulated on a lot. So you gonna have to clarify,
Mm.
especially considering that the engagement was 4 months ago. Like I'm gonna need some clarification because like over the course of this year, I've gotten
Mm.
congratulated on releasing a third book. Alyssa's getting congratulated on releasing her book. There's a pregnancy that apparently Alyssa's pregnant. That's I don't know how that worked, but yeah, like we got congratulated on a lot of shit. I even got congratulated on moving to Arkansas.
Come on.
It was the wrong errand, but you know how rumors work. I'm like, bro, you gonna have to clarify, like for real. I keep myself in a position where I can continue winning because I know that if I stop winning, then the momentum is gone.
Mm.
So yeah, I put myself in a position where you can congratulate me. Do I expect you to? No, because internally I'm already congratulating myself. I'm congratulating myself on stuff before stuff even happens. So like for you to congratulate me, that's a whole different ball game. Like I don't even care about that. That's not even relevant to me. So like people get to a point where they congratulating themselves on getting up out of bed to go to work.
Mm. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I want to make that real clear. People are congratulating themselves on things that are so small and so minuscule
Mm-hmm.
that they are not even trying to do things bigger than what they already do.
Mm. And what what gets me is, you know, when you're putting your all in something, and people like that, they still go above and beyond to uh complain, blame others, use others.
I want to challenge that, bro. I don't know that. I don't know. I don't really know for a fact that they believe that they do. That they're really putting their all in the stuff.
Well, you got those people that are just like they accept it. We've talked about them before. So there has to be some form of an acknowledgement that either I'm gonna put my all into it or I'm gonna accept what I'm doing is okay and continue doing this. There has to be some type of knowledge because you can clearly see that this person is doing XYZ and is, working, striving towards, their dreams, their goals. You know, they have us, you just put out your third book. You know, I have screenshots of
Fourth
works.
one less than a month.
Fourth.
My
Fourth. We got artwork, 3D images. It's you have proof that people are doing what they love. They're striving to do something, extravagant, and then they're over here just like, I came to work today. I went to work today. I did a 10-hour shift. I ain't do much, but I did a 10-hour shift. I went home.
bro, straight up, bro. I'm thinking about a little bowl cut blonde kid right now that work with us who just recently asked the upper management team about doing like why he don't get paid more to do his job. Like the job that you already paid for,
Mm-hmm.
you really ask them for more money to do the job that you already paid for, and it's an entry level position. So like I don't know, bro. Like and then he told Bishop at some point during our lifetime that that I have a horrible work ethic. So anything that comes out of my mouth is I don't know, bro. Like I said, I want to challenge that notion that there are people out here who think they can be doing like they know they feel like they can be doing more. Like this dude, like as an example, this
Mm-hmm.
dude really does feel like he's doing all he can.
Mm-hmm.
Like internally, he feels like he's doing everything he can. Like I don't know if it's a matter of I've given up on life, or there's just some things that happen to me. He might be cynical in a way that we can't even bring him back from. I don't know what it is, but dog, there's people who literally feel like their nothing is everything.
Mm. That what I don't know if it was on one of the episodes or not, but I remember we were talking about something, or I remember talking about something where, uh, like I don't even understand it either. But like you said, people would do the bare minimum and think it's like, you know, their gift to the
They're about
world
to
or
get the
something
keys to the
like
city
that,
for doing nothing.
right? And it baffles me because, like, all right, so I remember what it is now. So it's kind of like, uh, who don't cancel us for this. All right, so remember the movement Black Lives Matter. It was
Yeah,
to address an issue that's been going on for a very long time.
yeah.
Uh, and in regards to that, people felt like, hey, this is wrong, or this is we like what you're saying, but all lives matter. And in that situation, it was a protest against another protest. But if it was done correctly, it could have been uh two teams or two networks coming together to be the greatest movement that could have ever happened on Earth. And that's how some people are for some strange reason. It's like they get into this mindset where I'm number one. That's basically what it is. I'm number one.
Baseline. I'm number one.
What I do is the golden egg,
Uh-huh.
and instead of getting off their own planet, because I know exactly what you're talking about, and from what he says, he seems to have a lot of experience from previous jobs or whatever, or he's worked in
Bro, who
some
don't?
some type of management somewhere else. And instead of, hanging that over your head and having like a mistletoe behind you wanting everybody to kiss your butt, you know, you should be, trying to add your knowledge to management or to somebody around, the job flow. Like you should be empowering others, or just trying to make the job a better place instead of
Right.
complaining about management, or just like you see something that's wrong and you're just like, oh well, I would have done this. And well, why are you telling that to somebody that can't change that?
Right.
Like, have you ever went to management and it's been like, hey, I see ABC is happening, let's try XYZ, or maybe XYZ could, help things flow a little bit better.
Yeah.
But
I
you
ain't never had that conversation with him. Anytime I try to talk to him because of the position that I'm in, he doesn't even contribute to the conversation.
ridiculous, ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it could be so much better, but he just chooses, like I said, he
I
doesn't
don't,
want to get off his own
maybe.
planet.
Maybe. I don't know if he could be better, bro. Like maybe I all right, so John C. Maxwell said don't sign up for that class. I don't even know how many times y'all heard me say that on this podcast.
uh,
But maybe John C. Maxwell believes something better than what the people who created the army believed in. That
mm,
no man left behind thing that we talked about once before. But maybe he believed something better. Maybe he believed that some people were meant to be some people were meant to be those people that were left behind.
mm,
Somebody gonna move these boxes, and it ain't gonna be me.
big facts, big facts. And it's, yeah, that doesn't even uh it doesn't just stop at like a job level. Like you have those people that are,
That
sad to
does.
say.
That stops at a job level. But there's a level beyond, is
Mm,
what we gonna talk about right now.
oh yeah, oh yeah. uh some people, they don't mix well with others, and it's not a bad thing. um we all social creatures, and you can be in a social environment, and then when it's like your downtime, or your whatever, you can be it's totally fine being alone. Some people like the silence, some people like the peace that being alone brings.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always better to first, like, learn yourself, love yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and find what makes you tick. And not really tick, but like find your flow, find your rhythm of, your life, because it's your life. And if you haven't found your rhythm yet, and you're trying to mix with somebody that has already found their rhythm, or is just finding their rhythm, it's like two songs trying to mesh
No,
together, and they're two different genres. You trying to mix a rock song and an opera.
no, I'm saying,
It's,
I'm saying that's yeah, yeah. I was thinking about I can't think of what it was a commercial that was recently out, and I think it was a some kind of salsa alcoholic beverage or some shit.
hmm.
And it was like this pool party going on, and they were playing like this different version of Call Me Maybe. And then it was like this like two songs playing in this at the same time, and it sounded so awkward. Like
Oh god.
I don't know, it yeah, some weird ass commercial. But I just immediately started thinking about that because it sounded like two songs playing at one time, bro. Like All right. But anyway, yeah. This is job level talk right here. Like this is people who they are destined to do nothing but work a job. They're not destined to do anything more. And is that harsh to say? Yes, probably. It is. It really is. It's cold blooded to say that. But like if I come to and have a conversation with you and we can't come to a general consensus that we have a disagreement on something without you walking away with your tail tucked and feeling big and bad whenever I'm not around as leadership, not necessarily like peer to peer, because like I'm the type of dude that if you got a problem, I'm gonna get in your face. Like
Right.
we not doing that whole you go talk to Bishop and talk shit about me to Marcus and all that other shit like that. Like I ain't on that. Like yo, I got stuff to do and I ain't got time to deal with this. So we gotta get this knocked out as fast as possible.
Nip it in the
So
bud.
like there's some people out here, right? There's some people out here. They're the way that they handle problems. The way that they handle problems dictate how much success they're gonna have in their lives. And the fact of the matter is because we didn't handle problems on a high level already is the reason why we even worked there in the first place. So when you get there and and you continue to have the same mindset, you continue to have the same struggles, have the same challenges day over day without actually analyzing and doing anything different, you're going to always end up in the same spot that you've always been in.
Hmm. And that brings me right back uh to that situation where people they make problems for themselves, and
Yeah.
it'd be like a simple thing or something totally out of their control, and
Mm-hmm.
they have already stressed out about it.
Mm-hmm.
They done they imagined themselves going broke over the problem, and then they're stressing over that. They haven't even went broke yet, but they've just fully just dove into the thought of I gotta pay this, I gotta pay that. I can't I don't have the money right now. Keyword right now. Uh,
Mm-hmm. They ain't asking you to pay all of it right now.
facts. I was like, there's so many things now that like literally they're like, all right, this is what you have to pay. These are the payments that you can make on it. And some of the stuff is like, oh, you could pay it anytime. We just want the money. We don't even care
Know what
how.
I'm saying? We ain't ask you for interest. Know what I'm saying, bro.
Just pay as you go. When you get a little check, just throw us a bone. That's all you need to do. And they like, oh man, I'm broke. I got bills. I got this. I'm gonna be in debt. And I'm just like,
You
but
already in that. You broke
exactly.
before. you, bro.
Um,
Come on, bro. Like like for real, man. Ah, damn. Why you go there, bro? Why you go there, bro? Cause now I gotta get it, man. Now I gotta go in on it, bro. Let's look, bro. And I told you, this conversation is brought to you by dumbass coworkers, dog. Like straight up. I'm I ain't got no bucket in here, bro. I got an insurance bag that I can use over there. A bag that I got from Phenomenal Life when we went to Mexico this year. Um, Shout out to that. We talked about that on the last episode with Alyssa last week, man. But for real, I threw that in there for a reason. I like for real, like is ooh goddamn. But anyway, Usa. So I talked to a coworker yesterday,
mhm.
and quiet as kept, bro. It's the same coworker that I was talking to about dreams and goals and visions and all that. Oh, you were there. You part of the conversation. Um, but yeah, like this coworker recently put herself in a position to get promoted.
Mm-hmm.
Was stressing out about the interview process, put all this energy, talked to all these people, all these mock interviews, practice interviews, just to tell me that she's going to wait for something to come, wait for a position to come. Now, that ain't what bothered me about the whole situation. What bothered me is her reaction to me telling her what happened when I got my promotion, because I'm in the level that she wants to be in, correct? So if you're in the level, in the position that I want to be in, I'm gonna come to you and I'm gonna find out what it takes, like everything that it took, especially considering how fresh I am to the beat. Like, I'm gonna come to you and ask you everything that it takes, bro. For real, when I got my inclination, Carlton was my boy. Carlton was my boy, bro. Like, I was asking my man everything. Like, yo, for real, how did you get this? How did you, like, how long you been in here? Like, what can I expect from this? What could I do to improve my chances here? Like, everything that, like, I was walking around talking to managers everywhere. Like, I was like on night shift. Like, that's how I ended up on night shift, bro. Like, I asked the night shift manager, I'm like, yo, for real, like, I need a slot. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know where it's gonna come from, but like, I ain't worked this hard just to get just to be back where I was at. Just so I can get to a position where I complain about wherever I'm put every single day. Like, I didn't work this hard to do that. So like, yeah, hell yeah, I was going around asking everybody. I was asking everybody's manager, everybody's manager's manager. I was up in the main office every day. Look, I just got a client. My name is Aaron Mack. This is what I can do. Blase, blase, splee, army. Like, I was putting out everything. But this person just tells me that if nothing comes along, then I'm gonna take that as a sign from God that I need to find a new job. How you feel about that, Mark? Before I go in, I'm gonna let you take the floor a little bit.
False move. False move. False. But no, like it. It really sounds like they're tucking their tail and they're running. It's almost like they put all that work in for 3 quarters, and when the fourth quarter came around, when it's actually grind time, they just stop. They like, I'm behind. Yeah, we 2 touchdowns away, or we a touchdown and a field goal away, and it ain't looking successful. So we gonna get them next time though. They already calling it quits, and it's just like this the time when you need to be going above and beyond, like you
Hell
said.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Talking to the upper management. Figuring out, uh, just putting for a job instance. It's really just putting your name out there. You know, there's people right now at work that for some reason want me at your position, and I'm just like, y'all got it. But it's just,
That's no, I'm because it's a move that makes sense, bro. That's why they want you in that position, bro.
but just being me and doing that, putting my name out there, showing them I can do many things, which I don't like. I don't make it my mission to show them. It's just happens. People need something done, and they just like, oh, Marcus can do that, and I'm just like, yeah, I can, but guess I do it since you asked. But um, it's it baffles me because people expect that once they get to the third quarter, it's a cakewalk. They think that they're gonna, and it's a it's a stigma. It's a stigma at work. Uh, Even at my level, you work hard your first, couple of quarters, and then once you get close to the end, you just coast. And that's the formula that people have for some strange reason. They think that once they get inclined, once they get to a spot where, life seems good, they just coast. And that puts a strain on, others. In a relationship, you get to a point where you think that everything's honky dory. You stop doing what you did to pursue your significant other. You get comfortable. You
Mm,
stop doing what you did to make your significant other feel loved, or wanted, and all this other stuff. And then
mm,
they're like, oh well, he fell out of love with me, she fell out of love with me, or it's not the same anymore.
mm.
And all it takes is, some, I ain't gonna say something minuscule, but just putting your name out there, putting your significant other's name out there, just saying,
Mm,
you know I love you every day, or
yeah,
just showing the love. Some people, they get comfortable, they're like, she know I love her, I'm still here, she know I love her. Or she might think that she doesn't need to, I don't know, some people are weird, put on makeup, or get gussied up or something. Some people, they don't really care for that, but
yeah,
it's just something nice you do for your significant other, just small things here and there. It doesn't take uh a whole lump sum payment at one time. It's something you pay along the way that builds the snowball effect, and then you have
yeah.
something great at the end. Uh, yeah.
So, as we as we venture on into the final minutes of this episode, I want to introduce y'all to three people. I've already introduced you to one type of person, the person who, for whatever reason, feels that the accomplishment of the first part of the mission, like Marcus said, the first 3 quarters,
Hmm.
they feel like the challenge of getting to the third quarter was enough for them to just sit back and relax and wait to be handed the prize. Um, Most people, I'm gonna stop here and dive into that for a second before I move on. But I
Hmm.
believe that it might be a sense of arrogance, where you believe
Ooh.
that because you've accomplished something, you think that, and this may go back on your parents, honestly. Like you accomplish something, so it's almost like when they say, if you eat all your food, I'll let you have ice cream after dinner. So like now she done passed the interview, and now she waiting on her ice cream. And I'm gonna be real with you. When I got my inclination, I worked harder to get the job than the damn interview. Like, being real. But that's the first type of person I want to introduce you to, right? The second type of person is the person who goes through who spends their entire life waiting on somebody to give them something because they accomplish small minuscule things that don't matter to nobody. And then they end up being at an entry level position for 9 years at the age of 60 something, 60 plus, and end up doing dumb shit to mess their money up, DUIs and all this other, wrecking cars and all this other shit. Getting hemmed up, trying to do insurance fraud is what it sounds like to me. But regardless, like, you at the end of your life, you're trying to do ridiculous things to catch up to the person that you should have been when you were in your 30s or in your 20s. So I'm just being real. This person that I'm talking about, or the two people, I want to go back to the first person with the interview. The first person if she continues doing the things that she's doing and thinking the way that she's thinking, there's a cautionary tale that works among the people that we work with at our job. And the second person that I just introduced you to is the cautionary tale.
Catch.
You old, you grouchy, you walk around angry about everything. When change happens, you feel like you lost control. You already lost control of your life, so the least you can do is have control at work, right? That's the least that you can do. So when somebody take the control at work, now all of a sudden you pissed. And you want to fight everybody. You want to quit. You want to go home. You want to do all of. You want to rebel against everything. You have become nothing but the cautionary tale. So that's your future, because if you continue to do the things that you're doing, if you continue to let opportunities slide by, you continue to not challenge yourself and tuck your tail between your legs or sit on your high horse, whichever way you want to put it. You think you sitting on your high horse, I think you tucking your tail and running, but because people are afraid to move forward past the I ain't even gonna go there. But the cautionary tale oftentimes work with you. There are oftentimes the people who you can look to your left and your right. The cautionary tale is always there, and every job has one. Look for the oldest person with the most seniority who sits on their laurels, and they say, well, I've been with this company for so and so years. Every time you have a disagreement with them, I've been with this company for so and so years, bro. I don't care. Well, I've been doing this job for it don't matter. They don't care. You got people who are 3, 4, 5 levels above you who ain't never worked for this company before. Never. And they came in but above an entry level. So why does it matter how long you've been working for this company? Who cares? No one cares. It's not even relevant. It don't even matter. Meanwhile, the person who is astronomical at making these decisions, I'm talking full-fledged, jump in, do everything that he possibly can to make anything and everything move around him. He wants to take control of everything, and he did, bro. He started in a garage. He didn't even have a job. He wasn't even getting paid. He didn't care about nobody's paycheck. Dude just bought a mansion, estate on Hawaii, and on Maui. Like the resort island, the resort joint, like the place where everybody go to relax and spend their vacation. They film movies there. It's like beautiful place. I ain't never been there. Alyssa keep telling me I gotta go. Dude just bought a $78 million estate on the island of Maui. $78 million estate. After a divorce where he had to split 50-50.
Big facts. Big facts.
Come on. Like, yo, like for real, like you out here trying to make these small decisions, these small moves, and you thinking that somebody about to reward you for doing what you supposed to do. It's what you supposed to do. They expect you to do that anyway. Every time you ask for a raise, they said, look, you asked for a raise, I feel you, but here's the step plan. Are you following the step plan? No, you're not following the step plan. You're still a tier 1. Why are you still a tier 1? You ain't never had no interview. You ain't never acquired to be nothing. You ain't never put in no job application. You ain't even got a resume. How are you asking to get paid more? Who are you? What do you do? What department do you work in? Who is your manager? What? We don't even know him. Come on, bruh. Like, yo, it frustrates me the amount of people who claim that they want things in life, but they're not willing to put anything and everything that it takes to put their all on the line to make it happen. And you thinking that your all is that 50% that you putting in. You think your all is all. You think your all is that little that you're every day working from 7 to 5:30. You think that's your all until you find out that your coworker's getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. and they live only 15 minutes away from work. You think your all is the fact that you got a child outside of doing that. Meanwhile, there are entrepreneurs out here who working 2 full-time jobs, got kids and a whole spouse, have a happy relationship and making more money than you because they grinded for it.
Mm-hmm.
They put their all on the line for it. And you think your all is just waking up and coming to work. And bro, quiet as kept, my dude, like one of the dudes that we talked about on this episode, bro, they ain't even got the decency to take a shower every day. But you think you giving life your all.
Come up.
And I ain't trying to be mean. I ain't trying to start nothing. I ain't trying to stir nothing up, bro. I promise you, I'm not trying to be condescending to nobody, dog. Like, I was at the bottom. And in my mind, I still am. But that's the problem. Like, yo, you trying to pull people down because you don't have what it takes to pull yourself up. And the only way up to you is to pull back on somebody who's trying to climb up, because you feeling like if that momentum, they climbing up. So if I can pull down on them, I might be able to pull myself up. And I promise you it don't work that way. I promise you it don't. Yo, for real. If we end on any message, bro, and this is what I want to end on, because I'm tired of the games, bro. I'm tired of the mundane conversation. I'm tired of that. Like, I don't even think this episode should even continue after this point, bro. Like, for real. Like, I think we could have cut it off like 2 minutes ago. But still, like, yo, for real. You guys have to get out of yourselves. Like, I've said this before, and I'm pissed because like, it's not enough people hearing this message, right? It's not enough people hearing me tell you that what you think about you don't matter. No one cares how you feel about yourself. It's a plus. Yes, it is a plus to think highly of yourself. But it's only a plus to think highly of yourself if you have actions that back it up. And some of you have as much action. Some of you have as much action as this. I have to move this. I have to, and for those of you who's listening on Spotify, I got a little figurine in my hand for my art. Like, I have to move this. Like, I have to physically move this. You have as much action as this. Like, that's how much action you have. You don't move unless somebody tell you to move, and that's the problem. You move when you get instructed to move, and when you're instructed to move, when somebody has to instruct you to move, your movement or your thoughts, it don't even register to anybody. You don't put anything out in the world. When you don't add value, when you're not a value to anybody, then you don't bring any value to nobody. And you can't bring value to yourself if you're not adding value into the world. And I know it's hard from the bottom to feel that way. I know it is. I've been there. I promise you, I've been there. I've been at the entry level, the ground floor, trying to work my way up. I've been there, but I did it to prove to myself that I had more in me. When I thought that I had when I was given 100%. When I thought that I was given 100%, I had to take a real world evaluation of what was going on around me and what the people around me, what the perception of me was. Because it didn't matter what I saw in the mirror. It didn't matter. None of that mattered. Only thing that mattered is what I was able to do after I found out what the world needed from me. And some of you don't even care what the world needs from you. All you want to do is what you want to do. All you want to make is what you want to make. And for the most part, I see you, and the only thing you're making is excuses.
Whew. Oh man, that was a lot. Man, we was about to go into a whole nother episode with that action figure jank. It's crazy because, like, you have some action figures that are just stuck in one pose. And that's exactly how some people are in life. They that old guy that you mentioned, he got stuck. He's stuck in that one pose, and he don't want
Mm-hmm.
nothing to change.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, luckily you do have, that second person we talked about. He's on his way to the first, but they full posable. But they still need an outside source to move them or put them in a pose that will forever change their life. And oh man, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, before you blow my mind anymore, what we got going on? What else we got going on? We got
Um,
anything coming up?
yeah. I made I made the executive decision that by the end of this year, I'm going to have the introduction book for the Arcane and Calamity series done. That will be my perma free.
Okay.
As you know, we have book 4 of the Arcane and Calamity series coming out next month on the 20th. So a little more than a month away. We're still working on getting Alyssa's book done. That was supposed to actually be out on the 9th of
Mm.
August. But I don't think she realized how much work was supposed to go into writing the nonfiction. And
Mm.
she was looking at the fiction joints that we've been doing, and it's a different ball game when you're doing nonfiction. And I think
Well.
we both kind of learned that lesson at the last minute. It was like,
Mm.
yeah, so this ain't gonna go the way we think it is. But anyway, I got this big this big boy here, and about to start putting in work on it. And we're doing comics now. Like I want to make the first comic book, the first one, the very first Aether Universe comic by uh spring of 2023 is when I want to have the first comic done.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what we make. Like that little profile picture you got on here. I'm aspiring to do that because these artists out here be trying to hustle folks. So um I need to become the artist so that I can show other artists what this is all about, what this movement is all about.
Mm. Big facts. Big facts. Uh, not too much going on over here. Apparently, we have a second trip planned. So, after that, hopefully I can get back to what I need to get back to and hash
I'm
it
tripped
out.
out just looking at y'all.
uh, oh my god. After the podcast, got some stuff to tell you. But yeah, been plotting out some stuff, a lot of ideas going on in the background. Um, might be starting getting some stuff started with a couple of old friends. One who has a book idea, a whole universe just sitting in his head, just like you. That we need to sit down and get him on the right track to doing that. Um, and a couple of other stuff he wants to start doing also. Uh, but other than that, just working. Uh, yeah, that's about it. I don't like talking about myself.
I see that.
But yeah.
You get over it, I promise you. Like it comes in waves you just like I don't really want to say this, but I kind of had to, and then you get to this point where it's like, man, fuck am I thinking? Like I need to say this. Like this is important. Like somebody needs this. So yeah, you get over it.
Facts. But that's about it. If that's all we have, this has been the Dirty Trunk Podcast where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack. And always remember, those who shy away from dressing the elephant in the room are doomed to be crushed by the weight of it. We love y'all.
Peace. Love y'all. See y'all next week.